Well, that's a very interesting question. If you're in development areas, like established campsites, you might have a porta potty or an outhouse. Up in Vermont, we do it a little differently up here. We poop in the woods, exposed. Comfortably, but exposed. That's right, gentlemen and ladies. This is where you poop in the woods. Right there. It's a one-holer. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to show you that. I'm not that mean. This is the Bourne Pond Moldering Privy. And so you sit down, you do your business, and you see all God's glory. Hopefully, you don't see him. So, we made it to camp. It's about 2:30, 2:45 right now. And we did not get to that campsite we wanted to. Like I mentioned earlier, those two hikers that we saw that were a little territorial. So they got into the spot that we really wanted, and so we just kept going. And we got a nice spot. Heavily wooded, not as open as the other one. But that's okay. This is Caelan and My setup tonight. You've seen everything in there. But for those that ask about putting 2 hammocks underneath one tarp, this is the Warbonnet Superfly, and I'm actually using Caelan's other tarp as a ridgeline for mine. So we got the 2 hammocks in here. That's where I'll be sleeping, and Caelan's gonna be right over there. I think it's gonna be nice and warm, nice and cozy for us. Cozy. And this is what it looks like on the outside. So I just opened up one of the doors. Again, there's Caelan's tarp ridge line. Everything should run off. Looking pretty sweet. So, camp is up there where Caelan's coming down now. But this is the reason that we wanted to come here. And unfortunately, we're about a week behind. Or, yeah, a week behind of where we wanted to be. But that's okay. This is our lake. This is Bourne Pond. We've got an island out there, and an island out there, and where we wanted to camp is way over there.
There's another island out there.
Yeah.
Dead tree.
If you can see it, there's way out there. There's a small little island with a dead tree on top of it, and that's the only thing on there. One of the other piece of gear I have is from Luke's Ultralight. It's his Sil Nylon rain shell. It's got a rain zipper, or waterproof zipper. It has pit zips. Nice good size openings on both sides. Great for those stinky pits. And also I had this one custom ordered a little bit for extra long sleeves. I wanted this. It's primarily going to be for winter as well. And I wanted to be able to have it over other layers to act as a kind of like a vapor barrier. And other than the long sleeves, what I also did is have him put in, instead of the elastic cording inside the sleeves, I had him put shock cord, so I can tighten it up as much as I want, or just keep them kind of loose, which I kind of like. Just being able to not have any restrictions in there and a little bit more airflow on those not so cold days or very hot perspiring days. The other thing he did is he put shock cord in the hood so I can tighten it up like this. And that runs through a little grommet in the back right here, which you can also tighten up and kind of keep it away from your face. Product review. I showed you my barefoot Morels, or Morel barefoots, and those have worked pretty well. You can definitely feel much more of the ground than you could in even a running shoe, a trail runner, or even a hiking boot. They don't stay wet or dry. They are fully meshed and very light. I think these weigh about 7 ounces total, maybe a little less. I haven't gone through it really and weighed them, but they've been extremely comfortable. With that said, I'm still working on trying to get my feet accustomed to that type of hiking with a lighter pair of shoe, and they are a little sore, just a little bit, just having to watch a foot placement and those types of things. So. Well, it looks like the fog has rolled in. I got enough cell reception to look at the weather, and 5 or 6 o'clock it's supposed to be sunny. We'll see what happens here. I'm not giving any hope, but it is so quiet here. So peaceful. Last time we were here, over in that section over there, there was an adolescent, adult male and an adult female loon, and it was so neat because we were able to watch them from the shoreline over there, and we were watching the loon, the adult male, dive down into the water, and he's gone for like a minute or two, and he pops back up and he's got food in his mouth, and he swims over to the adolescent and he feeds the adolescent the fish that he caught. And you see him break away again and swim and dive down deep into the water. He's gone another minute or so. He'd pop back up and he'd swim over to the adult female and he'd do the same thing. It was just so neat listening to that, or watching that. And then throughout the night, I think there must have been like two sets of loons in here, and they were just going all night. And I'm hoping to hear that tonight, but I doubt. So guys, let me kind of go through what we have for dinner tonight. We have onions that are already sliced up, cut up, and put on the grill. Fortunately for us, somebody left us a grill. Otherwise, we're going to use Dutch's tarp fly cutout piece for the grills. Sorry, Dutch, we don't get to sear your tarp flies into our steaks tonight. We have some top round steaks, already sliced, been marinating since last night. Smelling wicked. Check this out. More meat for the meat eaters. That's some good eating right there.
Steak.
I feel sorry for you because you get to watch us eat this, and I get to enjoy it. Sorry. Too bad. So sad. I don't know if you can hear that, but there is a nice sizzle.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh. Oh.
Now I'm hungry.
The other thing we have going on tonight is we got lazy after the steak and the onion prep, and I really didn't want to haul out some potatoes, so we grabbed some instant potatoes, cheddar and sour cream variety, I believe they are. So you get to see all that later. Ooh, that's looking mighty fine. So this is what we've got in total. We have some onions, some cheddar and sour cream, naturally flavored, 100% real mashed potatoes, and steak. I bet you now you're drooling and wishing you were with us. Ha ha. What a great evening. We had, as you saw, the steak, potatoes, onions, some hot chocolate. Caelan had a freeze-dried ice cream sandwich that he was so graciously willing to share with me. But right now we're kind of curled up in bed. It's about 7:45. It's misting. So morning, guys. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Caelan and I have been kind of lollygagging in the tarp. It's been raining since about 4 o'clock or so this morning. So we're just kind of hanging out, chilling, keeping an eye on the radar, seeing when the best time to head out is. There's a couple of rainstorms coming through, so we're trying to bide our time. I woke up about 6:30 this morning. I don't know if you can see that. There's a big old rain pile, or puddle, in the tarp. And it was about, I don't know, 4 times as big as that, hanging right over Caelan. I'm surprised my little stick stakes held. I've got 4 of them out, but it would have been a very wet morning if any one of those have failed, because I would have been right on top of Caelan. He would have been in a bath. So we drained that and fixed the tarp a little bit, and keep an eye on it ever since. Too lazy to get out of bed and really try and fix it. So this is what we're working with. All that's water. It's really not a good spot for any feet to keep dry. But we're kind of having fun, aren't we, Caelan? He's gonna tell you no. There's really not much that you can do to keep your feet dry. So you pretty much have to walk in the water. Unless you're Caelan, you're gonna try and find every dry spot possible. And his feet are still gonna get wet from the rain. Go figure. Last night was good. As you saw, we had a great dinner. We had the freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches. After that, we were pretty much in bed by like 7:30. Just a kind of a relaxing night. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I got enough. I was comfortable. I was toasty warm. Other than that, we just had a good time. And then we woke up to about 4 gallons of water hanging over our head, like I showed you earlier. Whew. Crazy. So we're making pretty good time. We've already done about 1.5 miles, close to 2 miles. We have about that left. And it's funny, we just got to this point, and I think you may have saw it earlier in the film, where you have to register here. 1 person from each party register, and then it kind of shows you the map and a few other things. Well, coming back today, we started reading the signs a little bit. And of course you got the Liebrook Wilderness, Green Mountain National Forest. And then you got down here, National Forest wildlife close to motorized vehicles, motorized equipment, hang gliders, and bicycles. I'm not sure what you would do with a hang glider back here. There's obviously no place to take off, and if you're flying over, well, you can't see the sign. Kind of curious about that one. So we have about 1 mile left. We've already passed the Bourne Pond trailhead, going to Bourne Pond. And now it's just kind of walking out. Fortunately, the rain's still holding off. It's windy as all get out, and the trails are flooded with water. Shoes are wet, they're cold, but we're gonna keep moving. Caelan, so far, how was your birthday? He's a man of many words. Most of them are eh.
No.
That's the other one.
Not true.
Not true? So we made it to the trailhead. It took us about 2 hours or so. Not bad to cover a little over 5 miles. It's been nice. The weather has held off. We were hoping the rain would hold off, and it did. It got a little windy, and so we still get wet from all the raindrops in the trees. But it's been a great trip. How's it been for you?
Good.
Yeah? But we've really enjoyed it, being out in God's glory, being able to see, the seasons pass. I've been up here in all 4 seasons and just really enjoying the color and, the process that nature takes and the course that it takes. But we've had a great trip, and if you have any comments or suggestions of what you'd like to see, put them right down in the bottom of the box in the comment section, and we'll see what we can do. But for now, this is Nighthawk and Caelan, who really needs a trail name, so any suggestions on that would be greatly appreciated. Signing off. Have a great day.